Menopause Matters with Malaika Bagudu. I am your host. Today, I am just so excited, lady. Let's just go in and just pause. I am so excited for this. We went and opened our own channel for Menopause, and we named Menopause Matters because you matters. So today, as you are here and sitting, I just want you to sit comfortable and take in all this knowledge. So today, we're going to dive into a topic, okay, that is, we're going to start from the very basics, because you guys know I'm still having people still, write me in and ask about the basics of menopause. Maybe you're already on, your journey is long, your journey just started, but just so we're on this together, okay? So today we're going to dive in and talk about what is actually menopause and the stage of menopause, okay? And also I'm going to debunk some element that we all kind of familiar with, but really we don't know what they are, okay? Or we don't know the deep meaning of them. But even though we use those words interchangeable, okay, we're going to dive into that today. So what is menopause? All right, let's go ahead and start with that. And I have a note here, so I'm gonna keep looking because I want to bring you all the goodness. So menopause basically is a biological process, is a natural biological process, okay, that every woman we go through in life. If you're a woman, you have a working ovary, you're gonna go through menopause, okay? And when did menopause start? Menopause start, it depends. It starts in your late 40s or 50s for some people. And it marks the end of women's reproductive year and comes with a large range of physical symptoms and also emotional symptoms. And I can tell a lot of us are already on it. We know exactly what we're talking about right here. Now, we're going to start with the transition because a lot of people will going to say, okay, what is perimenopause, menopause, premenopause, all of that? Let's go ahead and debunk everything today, okay? So, the perimenopause is marked the beginning of the transition toward menopause. Like you will see that your hormone will start fluctuating, shifting, okay? Like hot flashy, that's one of them that people will start seeing. And it's a lot of symptoms. And some women, they don't even go to some women, don't even realize that they are on something unless maybe, they have somebody talking about it and they go, oh, I think some people don't know. Not at all. And in perimenopause, watch this now, women can still get pregnant, okay? As that right now, you're still going through that, just like the beginning of toward the transition, okay? So your hormones are fluctuating, but you still function like you can be pregnant. There is a potential for pregnancy, all right? Now, menopause is what? Menopause is now when we have the final menstruation year. It's marked 12 consecutive. So if you are 5 months, 5 months, this is my period, you are now menopause year. 6 months, no menopause. 9 months, no. 11 months, you are now menopause year. But 12 months, 365 days, yes, you are now officially into menopause. All right? I think, it makes clear because a lot of people will say, 7 months and then my cycle started. My cycle came back. You are now in menopause year. Probably you just have some issue with your hormone since the hormone shifted. Okay. So let's look at this word that get people confused sometimes. There is another word we call premenopause. Have you guys heard that before? Okay. All right. So what is premenopause, okay? And what is matter? So premenopause actually, or you will hear premenopause and you also going to hear perimenopause as something using interchangeable, okay? But technically, they are different from each other. They have a different, and I'm going to bring it, it's different meaning. I'm going to bring that today. So as premenopause is when you have no symptom of perimenopause or menopause at all. And let me break down that word. So on premenopause, you still have your period, whether it's regular or irregular, okay? And you consider that means you are onto your, what we call reproductive year, okay? You still have your menstrual. Basically, from, let's say, for a woman childhood, or a girl childhood to puberty, her first menstruation, which we also know that is called menarche, which is also called in biological term, is called perimenopause. So meaning the woman has the potential to be pregnant. Okay? So when a female started you go to puberty and then you start having your menstrual, the first menstruation, you are actually into what we call what we call the perimenopause. So that is a little bit different from the stage of menopause. You know, the stage of menopause is only 3. Okay, you have what we call the pre, the menopause, and post-menopause. Okay, so this one right here, what we call the perimenopause, is not a phase of menopause. This is just like a transitional woman where you are actually, your body is ready to conceive. That's what that means. Okay, I hope that makes sense now. So some people will say, oh, what is the symptom of perimenopause? It's just you starting being a womanhood. That's just your, I would call it the womanhood, okay? The time where you can conceive, your reproductive years, okay? Or your prime time, if somebody would like to call it that way, okay? So it's totally different from you know, pre-menopause. And then our last stage, which is post-menopausal. Post-menopausal, that's when you are actually, what happens in post-menopausal, no more, you finish, you know, you get from your final or your last menstruation, okay? That's your post-menopausal just started. And some women, we start continue to have those symptoms, okay, that we talked about earlier, hot flashing and all of that, until basically the end of their life. Some people are not, but 1/3, according to study, 1/3 of women will go into this. Some women don't. After a while, things just subdue and they just, hey, this is what it is, and that's it. So during menopause, actually, I'm gonna tell that also a little bit what happened actually to your body, because some people, I don't know what's happening. I'm having hot flashes. I'm getting mood swing. I wake up today, I'm good, and tomorrow I'm not. Well, this is what happened during menopause. Hormone shift, especially a decrease in estrogen. And you guys know, on the page, I can tell you guys, estrogen is our friend, ladies. Estrogen is our friend, but when we are younger, if we knew, we could take care of our body better, okay? So estrogen leads to symptoms like hot flashes. If we are decreasing in estrogen, it's gonna lead you to hot flashes, night sweat, mood swing, change in menstrual cycle. It's important to recognize the change and seek support as early as possible. That's why we are here, ladies. I don't want what happened to me to happen to my daughter. I don't know about you. That's why we need to get education, educate ourselves so we can do better. If somebody told me that on my 30s or you know, or 40s, I'm going to go into a stage like this, then I can prepare my body better for me. So are you preparing your body? I mean, ask your teenagers, you know, are you help them to prepare their body? It's now, don't wait until they turn 40, okay? And some of us, unfortunately, some of us, we enter menopause or, you know, the transition very early because pre-existing condition, like if you have your ovarian being removed or you've gone to some chemotherapy or some surgery, some people will go to this stage very early, you know, on in life. But there's plenty, why I like that there's plenty. Fortunately, we have a way to manage menopause and to maintain overall well-being, okay? From healthy eating habit to surgery reduction technique, take care of yourself during this time, this transition is crucial. You have to take care of yourself. Think about it, ladies, like women, we are natural, right? We nurture everybody, but who take care of you, huh? Who does? We got to do it. We got to put ourselves first. And that's why this page right here, this channel, is to you to express yourself, for you to get knowledge, for you to educate yourself and be better, be healthy. We don't want to just exist, but we want to live, okay? So we can, on this page right here, where I want to stay tuned to inside discussion, we're also going to have an expert come in and talk to us. On your journey toward menopause, I want you to remember this. Knowledge is power, okay? Thank you for watching, and I thank you so much for being here. It is your first time, which is just our first channel, our first topic. Please subscribe. Why? Because when I post something, you don't want to miss it. And next video, we're going to talking about all those different symptoms that happen each stage. I can't wait to see you. Thank you, my friend, and ciao.